So carrying out, acting upon an anger that is unjustified. We are allowed to get angry. In fact, sometimes we must get angry and we get rewarded for it. When we get angry for the sake of Allah, but obviously there has to be wisdom in how we apply it. The anger that takes you out of your state of mind, you start throwing things around and saying things with not even paying attention, is a minor sin. And if you cause harm to someone, it becomes a major sin if you cause, and sometimes it can cause murder, la samahallah. So be careful of anger, try to calm it down. I'll give you a little hint of how to control anger, inshallah. It's just one little hint, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, did you know biologically, when you get angry, the reasoning process, thinking, is delayed literally by 10 seconds. How many seconds? 10. The thought process and the anger, they have a race. The anger comes out first, and literally within 10 seconds, your brain thinks. So if you are angry and you act upon the anger, you are delaying the thought process. You continue to get yourself angry. Each one is 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. But if you can take from the moment you're angry, just wait 10 seconds somehow, just 10 seconds, you will find, subhanallah, you start thinking. And when you start thinking, you control that anger and direct it in the right place. Just look at people with road rage, for example. As soon as they get angry, they act upon it within the first 10 seconds. That's why problems happen. But if you can wait 10 seconds, you find yourself calming down and you start thinking. This is a biological fact. You start thinking. Another reason why people get angry is because you feel your right has been taken. Someone passed in front of you in the car. Take 10 seconds and then think, hold on a minute, I've done it to other people before. This person doesn't mean it, probably in a hurry, oh, just take it. It wasn't really personal. And suddenly your anger starts to calm down because you found a reason that, hold on a minute, it's not really personal. So there's actually really good lessons on YouTube. You can find them, inshallah, by some sheikhs and by experts who talk about how to control the anger. The last ones is harming your neighbor with minor things. You know, what people do day to day, minor things with neighbor. Others are, for example, smoking cigarettes, smoking shisha, argila, nargila, that big thing that looks like a bong, shisha.
Nowadays we have a vape.
Vaping is a good one. All these are minor sins which accumulate and harm you, brothers and sisters. Urinating or going to the toilet to do number one and number two while facing the qibla deliberately is a minor sin, for example. Bringing impurities to the mosque is a minor sin. You know there's impurities on you and you enter the mosque with it deliberately is a minor sin. Praying in times which are disliked, such as when the sun is rising or setting, is a minor sin. It's not a major one. Speaking when the imam is delivering the khutbah is a minor sin. Continuing to sell and buy when you know it's time for Jumu'ah, for example, and you don't go and you delay it is a minor sin. Leading the salat, if you're going to pray imam, while you know the people don't want you to pray as imam. Odd, but it's there. When you know that your brother has proposed to a particular girl for marriage, and you go and you propose to her in secret as well. This is a minor sin and can probably cause a big fight. And I remember one brother, he proposed to 7 sisters at once. Each one didn't know that he had proposed to the other one. So he's kind of seeing his options. Right? Which one works out in the end? He'll just get rid of the other ones and go with the one that works. These sisters, they happen to communicate with each other. I think social media had first come out. And one of them said, meet me here. The brother went to meet them. Guess what? All 7 of them are waiting for him. Together. You bring 7 women together, man, that's World War III. The brother goes to me, as soon as I saw them from a distance, they all looked at me. He goes, Wallahi, I didn't enter. I just got in my car, I ran away and I traveled, went to my home country. and I married someone there. He ran away. He escaped the country, brothers and sisters.
But probably if he went inside, he will get shahada.
What?
He will get shahada.
He'll say the shahada if you went in there. That's correct. So, brothers and sisters, this you can see why minor sins can cause. And it's not a minor sin for him to propose to several sisters. It's not a sin at all, actually. But obviously, you've got to use your logic. It can cause you harm. But anyway, sometimes a sister may know 2 brothers came and proposed to her. She won't say about one, or the other, and see which one's more options. This is minor sin, brothers and sisters. Conflict a lot. You fight a lot with people. Verbal fighting a lot. This happens between husband and wife a lot, or with your children, and with your friends. Fighting a lot all the time, always fighting and arguing. These are minor sins that accumulate. Abandoning your Muslim brother or sister, not talking to them. I don't want to talk to you. And then, we're not talking for days and weeks. And you might think, well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't accept their good deeds. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that, but there's no punishment attached to it. And the good deeds eventually, they're put on hold. So on the Day of Judgment, Allah brings them and says, okay, what's going on? Come over here. What are we going to do with this? And He judges them. And eventually the good deeds start getting distributed as they should. But it's a minor sin, not a major sin. And brothers and sisters, there are many minor sins are many. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that we sin, and He pardons us and He forgives us. So what is the way out, my dear brothers and sisters? Finally,